Hi lovely ones, we're back, or I'm back. My teams are back, but you can't see them. Or maybe you can, I don't know. So we are going to be doing a clearing on the adrenals, just the adrenals. And so make sure you're 100% open to receiving healing, and let's get started. Right, so here goes. So adrenals for people is running at 20 positive, 100 negative. And at incarnational level, so rock bottom again. So I'm just going to ask your teams to do an initial clearing. Let's just move these charts over as well. Okay, so doing initial clearing for you. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Hello, hello. Lovely to have you here. Do look at my older videos, the older clearings that I've done as well too, if you're new here. That'll give you a lot more explanation to a lot of things that come up. And we're just clearing the adrenal energy. We want it to be in this system, we want it to be 100% positive, 0% negative. This is the SRT system, the spiritual response therapy system, founded by Robert E Detzler. And if you look at the details, he has his books, Soul Recreation and the Freedom Path. There, it also has a spiritual healing book as well, which I lent to somebody, and I can't remember who I lent it to, and they haven't returned it, which is quite common. It's quite common, isn't it? That was a few years ago. Anyway, so we're clearing these obsolete programs away, programs you've inherited, programs you've set up, belief systems, those that only Heineken can reach, as they say, those at soul level, spirit level, those are high level programs. This system is brilliant for that. So it goes kind of above and beyond the emotion and the body code. It goes to much higher levels of consciousness to clear stuff that eventually filters down, in my humble opinion. I might be completely wrong, but that's my feeling with it. Anyway, I'm not disrespecting that system, because it still has its place and it's still excellent. So this is just such an unusual system. It really does go to those higher echelons of consciousness to clear programs that we're not even aware of, that we can't reach with our intuition. So we're on master programs here. Inside right, failure. So let's clear all master programs of failure, clearing from past life and ancestral roots at all levels of consciousness on chart 3, across all of your energy bodies. I'm sorry, it's at a bit of an angle here because I got my cat sitting next to me on his cushion on the left, looking out the window, and I have to sort of, you know, with cats you have to move everything around them. They have such power over us. So if he's happy, I'm happy. Chart 12 is spirit energy programming. Again, this is just a sort of mini clearing or taster. Dysfunction of spirit by thought. We're not going into any depth because it's a group clearing. And the reason we can do these is because it's done at a quantum level, which is outside earthly time. Okay, and we're just clearing anything away from the adrenals right now. 17, obviously personal clearings go into a lot more depth and a lot more layers. They're personalized to you, they take a lot longer, we ask some questions. Hidden vows are running there, connected to your adrenals. That's interesting, isn't it? Held at Lord of Lords level, which is the first expression of the living soul. $15. light realm discordant energy and a duality of the I am level consciousness. Let's clear those away, please. Okay. Block to loving. Okay, do we need to do any research? Because normally what I would do is do research into this specifically. Do I need to go to 6A though? I'll do 6A, which is master programs with this. So what programs are associated with this block to loving? Failure programs. Yeah, it seems to be coming up strongly with the adrenals. So let's just clear that across all levels of consciousness, all energy bodies, all failure energy, and unblock the block to loving for everyone that's running it, please, on chart 19. Thank you. So I'd normally look at where this was being set up in life, past life, this life, what age, who's it connected to, you know, that kind of thing, how many levels of consciousness it's sitting at. But because it's a group clearing, we're just asking the teams to do all that research instead for you. So this is just clearing the adrenals. It's not specifically adrenal fatigue. It's just doing a general clearing of the adrenals. I'm sure I did one for adrenal fatigue or kidneys and adrenals. So I'm absolutely 100% certain. So I don't know what's happened to it, but some odd videos have been going missing recently from my channel. Where do they go? A big graveyard of clearings somewhere in YouTube. Okay. 23 spiritual realms programs. Godhead elevations. Let's just clear all Godhead elevations there. I feel like I want to clear the soul as well. So let's just clear the soul. Anything that needs to be cleared as well. I just feel intuitively there. If you're new to using SRT, if you're practicing SRT and you're quite new to it, allow your intuition to come in, I would say. Just get very familiar with the pendulum, using the pendulum, and rather than what comes up, go with your intuition as well. Because sometimes it can say no, and I just know there's more programs to clear, and it is all about the questions that you ask. You can ask questions in different ways to get confirmation or to get different things that come up. It's all about the questioning. "27, learning is fun." These are learning blocks at spirit level. Learning is a continuous process. So there's a block to that, and the intention is growth. There's a block to that. Let's just clear those blocks away. Don't need to research anything there. Okay, is that it? Is there anything more? I just want to go on to the glands chart, the organs. Is there anything on here? Yeah, adrenals, there you go, adrenals. Okay, what have we got in adrenals? Medication, spiritual healing, diet, clearing programs, psychic wounds. How many psychic wounds are we looking at? How many digits? we're talking a lot because it's a group clearing. So I'm just going to ask that all psychic wounds are cleared from everybody for the adrenals. I was just looking at imprint in Robert's books here. And as Robert says, an imprint is a belief that is impressed upon the subconscious during an emotionally charged time. So the imprint could be something that you told yourself, something someone else told you, or simply an impression you picked up from someone close to you. It's interesting because imprints, Dolores Cannon talks a lot about imprints in her books. And you can have imprints that you haven't experienced, that you've literally, it's like a download that's been given to you. Like a lot of people believe they're Mary Magdalene reincarnated, or, you know, their Mother Mary reincarnated. I mean, you know, if I had $1 for every time someone told me they were Mary Magdalene reincarnated, I'd be rich. And that's because, you know, we all are running those imprints. So we get that experience within our makeup, if you like, through that imprint. And we can remove those imprints if they're heeding our progress spiritually. But that's why so many people believe they are, I'm the reincarnation of Cleopatra, I'm the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene, I'm the reincarnation of this wonderful person, I'm the reincarnation of Thoth. You know, they're not. None of us are. But it's, and these are very higher archetypal beings as well. But we have the imprints of them within our makeup, and that's why so many can believe the imprint. We can clear the imprints off, as I said, if they're heeding our progress spiritually. Same with imprints of brain damage. Imprints of brain damage can come from a personal experience that they believe say a baby's being born and they're using forceps or something, and the doctor said, oh, we need to get this out now or it's going to die. You know, that can cause an imprint of brain damage. Oh my God, I'm damaged. You know, it's that can stay as an imprint, and we can clear that. Or it could be from another lifetime. Imprints can be carried over from other lifetimes as well, from experiences. So we're still carrying that energy. It's imprinted on us. It's just like a programming, really, isn't it? Pretty much. Yeah, we need to clear that as well. So, I mean, Robert suggested 4 things that can carry over as imprints of brain damage are from other lifetimes, from past lives. He said are Alzheimer's, Down syndrome, syphilis, and insanity. Insanity comes up a few times with people. Actually, it's interesting. And again, it's from sometimes it's not from experiencing insanity, but from being accused of insanity. And if you're in a heightened emotional state, you know, from another lifetime, you know, you probably had severe period pains or something as a woman, and or bad PMT, and then you got accused of being insane and stuck in an asylum in the 19th century, you know. So imprints can be cleared. They can be cleared away. They're just impressions, strongly held impressions there. And they can be very convincing. So these people can really believe they are reincarnations of some of these people. They really can. It's irrelevant, you know, at the end of the day, if you're that advanced and that aware, you're not you don't need to be a reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. You don't need to be a reincarnation of Cleopatra. It doesn't matter. It's names. It's not important. I am that I am, you know. The other thing is implants. And again, something that Robert said, a lot of people believe they've been taken up into spaceships, been implanted with a control device. It's very, very common, implants. And in theta healing, they teach you about removing implants as well. It's important to remove implants. But listening to Dolores Cannon's books, she goes, there's one book I'm listening to at the moment, I can't remember what it is, but she goes into great detail about implants, and what came through for her in her listening, in her conversations, was that a lot of the implants aren't dangerous. They're not about controlling or anything like that. Some maybe, I don't know, but it's important before we remove any implants to see, are they benefiting us? Are they helping us? Are they keeping us healthy? Because there is a connection with those evolved what we would term alien beings, that some of these implants are helping with our health, with our progression, with being monitored. But as humans, we immediately go into, oh, I got an implant because I've been watching the X-Files, it's bad, you know. So not all implants are. So that was so interesting to hear that in Dolores Cannon's book. So if you're concerned about things like that, check, is this benefiting me? Is there, you know, is this for my highest good? Like all things, is this for my highest good before you remove anything like that? Something to consider anyway. It's entirely up to you. It's your body. But it's something to consider. It's something that I was always taught, remove them. But listening to the book the other day, I was thinking, that's interesting. It's a different point of view. Anyway, is there anything else to clear before we go to mop up? No. So let's go to mop up for the adrenals. Felt I had to tell you about those for some reason, and about the imprints. So let's just do the mop up then for the adrenals. Do you know I'm recording this in early January and the daffodils are already in the shops in early January. And they're beautiful. I love daffodils. I think are my favourite flower because they're so happy. So I'm not moaning that they're in the shops in January, but they never used to come out till late February, March. But I'm very, very happy that they're out because they're just so cheery. I'm going to bring them in to the picture in the end. They're just so lovely, just happy, aren't they? It's that colour, isn't it? Sunshine, bright yellow, just cheers you up in an otherwise grey January when I'm recording this. Right, are we done with mop up? Is there anything else to clear? It feels like there is. Yeah, again, 6A, we've got master programs on the adrenals. Inside left, abandonment. Again, it's that fear, isn't it? Inside right. Again, failure. That's coming up a lot. So look at that. Abandonment can be the bottom line. So failure can be a symptom of abandonment. Okay, anything else? So they have past life roots. So it's clear all master programs, discordant energy, and any other programs or imprints as well of abandonment and failure. At all levels of consciousness across all your energy bodies. Okay, there's something else. It's amazing what comes up when we start removing stuff. Outside left. Insanity. There you go. Just as I was talking about, it must have been a reason. Past life connection, that's clear. All master programs, discordant energy programs, and imprints of insanity there that are affecting your adrenals. Everything I do, everything I've said today is tied in with your adrenals. So that's why I felt impressed to talk about what I've talked about. So it's obviously to do with imprints and implants as well, both there. Not all implants are bad. That is the message that's coming from those in the outer worlds. I've had some experiences with outer beings, many over the years, but some very significant ones back in, when was it? 1996, I think it was. Yeah. Some very interesting ones back then. 1995, 1996. That's when I started awakening and started all my mediumship back then. Long time ago. Was it 96 or was it 95? It was somewhere along around then anyway. Anything else? No. Are we done? What's the adrenals at now? 100 positive. No, we're not done. You see, we're at 30 negative. There's still something there. It's always worth checking and checking and checking again. Chart 13, programs before creation. Level 7 and 8. So that's referring to numerous charts held on the other side of life. This is a King of Kings level again. The egg and sperm idea level. Let's just clear that away. Whatever's coming up in those charts. Anything else? Yeah, still stuff coming up for the adrenals. Outside left, blocks to vitality, blocks to freedom. Let's clear those blocks away at all levels of consciousness and chart 3 across all energy bodies. Thank you. Chart 7, healing chart. What have we got? Is it spiritual healing? So we're going to ask the teams, your high self teams, to set up healing committees with the angels of light and download the book, the contents, the energy of the book, Spiritual Healing, which is Robert E Detzler's book, to help you with your adrenals. It's interesting. And I'm going to ask that Wheels of Light is also downloaded to each and every one of you as well, the contents of that. For your highest good, always for your highest good. And only if needed. Just felt very drawn for that one. Okay. Anything else needed for the adrenals? These clearings are starting to get longer again, aren't they? No. Okay, are we done? So where are we at now? Positive, 100, negative there, much clearer, 0 now. It's amazing what can come up even after mop up. And we're at radiant love, way above radiant love, new paradigm level of consciousness. There you go. Another one done. Drink lots of water. There's my lovely daffodils, you see. So happy, aren't they? So happy. So I will see you on the next clearing. Any questions, any feedback, positive, constructive, leave in the comments below, and I will see you on the next clearing. Lots of love. Bye, everyone.